You can make profitable ads and scale very hard and do nice revenue numbers, etc. But if your backend is leaking, the chances are very high that you won't make profit at all. And this is exactly the problem most ecom guys run into, and probably you as well. Even if you don't have any backend problems, I'm 100% sure that you will find some golden nuggets in this video which you can implement directly into your own brand or store. So pay attention, because in this video I'm going to explain you exactly how the customer service makes or breaks your dropshipping business. I'm going to show you exactly how you can improve your backend so you make more profit in the end of the month. First of all, what are the problems caused by poor customer experience in dropshipping or ecom? Because even if you're not a dropshipper but have a brand, I'm 100% sure that you can learn from this. First of all, slow shipping can be a cause. Next to that, low quality of products. Next to that, no brand identity, poor support, poor customer service. First of all, I'm going to talk about the financial damage. As you can see, having a bad backend can lead into payment provider issues. For example, Shopify will disable your payments, so customers are not even able anymore to pay on your website. And also this will lead into a high refund rate, high chargeback rate. Shopify payment reserves, they literally hold your money, which limits you in scaling. And next to that, full Shopify payments termination. And that's the worst of all, because then you need to find different payment providers. Okay, next to the other one. You can have ad problems if your backend is not good. Your page feedback score drops, for example. You can have bad engagement on ads. You have a high CPM, so it's more expensive for you to reach the same amount of people, lead directly into less profits, and your ad accounts can get flagged or restricted, which forces you to buy, for example, a whole new setup. You can also have customer trust issues. You can have bad reviews on Google, Trustpilot, social media, wherever they can write a review. You will have many abandoned checkouts because during the buying process, they're starting to doubt about their purchase because they never saw like trustable reviews about you. They're gonna search on Google or whatever and they drop off. You will have frustrated customers and your brand reputation has some damage. Then also it has a long-term business impact, because if you have a bad customer experience, you will have a lower customer lifetime value, because people won't buy back from you. So, and this is one thing that's very important to keep a healthy brand or healthy business or healthy store, whatever. Next to that, you have low repeat purchases, which is of course directly linked to this one. Also, you will have a high cost per customer, because the more people buy back from you, the lower cost per customer, because you needed one time an ad budget to reach them. And when you constantly need to attract new customers, your cost per customer goes up. Next to that, the result of this is an unscalable business, because you need constantly to attract new customers, which is also the problem with most dropshippers. Before I go on, I want to take a moment to show our community, because you can join our community for less than a bottle of water a day. You will get everyday value from 7-figure entrepreneurs, under which myself. You will connect with like-minded people, other people in this community. It's no free community, so we filter out all the people that are not serious, and that's the only reason why we ask $1 a day. Then we have the weekly community calls and Q&As, so you can literally join the calls and ask all your questions to coaches. We're doing multiple 6 or 7 figures a month. And also you will get a full A to Z video course for if you're a complete beginner, and you can literally start your dropshipping business with this course. As you can see, this is one of our student results. This is Jeffrey, and he's coached by us, and he is within 1 month in the program. He's already doing 13K USD a day. So crazy result, multiple Ks in profit per day, what he already does. In the community, you have the opportunity to also talk with these people. The link is, by the way, in the description. So click on the link and join the community for less than a bottle of water a day. We go on. What is the right way to build customer experience in your dropshipping business? First of all, you need to ensure the pre-purchase experience. Next to that, the purchase experience itself. Next to that, you have the post-purchase experience, so after the purchase. Next to that, you have the product experience. And next to that, you have the retention and loyalty. Let me dive deeper into the pre-purchase experience, because this is one of the most important ones. Of course, the other ones are important as well. The first step is to make someone buy. And if you're not able to do this, then your whole business is not scalable at all, of course. So what we do on the front end. First of all, it's important to make it feel branded. A logo, the colors, and the storytelling. These three need to align with each other. So the logo, the colors, and the storytelling needs to be one. Next to that, it's very important to import social proof. So if you can make sure to have more views on Facebook, or for example, as much satisfied customers as possible, or for example, cooperation with a doctor if you're in the health niche is always good, because people who don't know you as a brand are always doubting, are they real, aren't they scammers? And the more social proof you implement, the better it is and the easier it is to make them a customer. So always focus on positive Trustpilot reviews, because this is one of the most easy and trustable ways to get it. I will explain you later how to do this. Then the in-stock status. It's very important for your customer to see that the product is in stock and when it gets shipped, because if they see that it's in stock, they already kind of know that there won't be any problems with their delivery. So this is a way you can literally implement into your store. Then the realistic expectations. So always let them know the shipping times. You don't need to put this in a really big font on your product page, but make sure they can find it on your website. If they cannot find it, they will guess already. And if they start guessing, they already think that you're a dropshipper. So it's better to communicate and let them know. That's more trustable than not putting it anywhere. Next to that, make sure that your product images are the same as the product itself. Make sure that they are clear, that they are not blurry, that they are good quality. Because if you have blurry product images, what I see a lot with dropshippers because they copy paste, then you need to ask yourself, would you buy from a web store where the product pages are very blurry? I don't think so, so your customer won't as well. Next to that, you have the return info. Very important, because people, before they buy, they're already thinking like, okay, what will happen when the product is not how I wanted it? Can I return it easily, and so on. So always make sure you make this very, very clear on your product page itself. Okay, all right, next to that, the purchase experience. And this is also, of course, a very important phase, because during their checkout, during the customer journey, while seeing the ad until picking their credit card and paying on your website, there are a few stages which you need to focus on to make sure that you get the sale, but also get the highest possible profit. First of all, it's important, of course, that you have a very seamless checkout. So in the checkout, you can customize the logo, and instead of just putting your web store name or brand name or whatever, or just the logo, what most people do, make sure you put this there, because then you have some social proof and also some guarantees, which makes them worry less again. So then they know, okay, they get confirmed again that it's a 30-day guarantee, that it's free worldwide shipping, that it's a secure checkout. In that way, they saw it already on the product page, now they see it again, so they get confirmation during the checkout. Very important. Make sure you upsell as possible, but 2 to 4 maximum. Otherwise, you overkill with the upsells. Trust badges. This is also kind of trust badge, but you can always, for example, at the cart button, put the payment methods, or if you have Shopify Plus, you can customize the checkout more. And next to that, local payment methods. Very important one, of course, because if you have a store in a certain country, make sure you have the local payment methods. The same for example, if you're from the Netherlands and you cannot pay on a Dutch website with Ideal, you're starting to ask questions. Same as for USA, for example, where it's quite easy, mostly with credit card. But for example, in Sweden, you also want, for example, Klarna or Swish. In that way, you need to find out what are the local payment methods, and you need to make sure that you implement them. All right, then the post-purchase experience. And here it's one of the most important, but this is also the one that most people go bad. Okay, so pay attention to this. First of all, you need a clear order confirmation. A lot of people ask me, like, when they want to start dropshipping or want to start fulfilling from China or wherever, they are asking me like, don't you have problems with the delivery times? And I tell them no, because it's just how you communicate it with the customer. If you have bad communication and they think that they will receive it earlier, but they don't get it earlier, of course, then you will have problems. But if the communication is clear and they know what to expect, it's way easier to handle the things with the customer. That's what it's all about. And even nowadays, where people from Europe are ordering more from USA stores that don't have a stock in Europe, which also takes like 5 days to arrive, or from UK after the Brexit, which also takes 4 or 5 days to arrive, it doesn't really make sense anymore to send directly after 1 day. Of course, it's always better, but we have a big advantage to ship from China because you can scale way faster. It's easy as that, because you don't need to have the stock 2-3 months on the boat to Europe or wherever you sell. So make sure you have a clear order confirmation. Very, very important. Put in this confirmation, in this email, for example, your estimated delivery window. So you already tell them, okay, it's gonna be at your door around this and this date. But always exaggerate a bit. It's better to put a longer delivery time and it arrives earlier than the other way around. For example, if you have a delivery time of about 10 days, make sure you put like 13, 14 days, okay? In most cases, it will be on time in the customer's eyes. And then they know at least that, okay, it's gonna take long, but then when it arrives in 8 days, they are surprised. And you always need to over-deliver, also in the delivery times. Then, same branding as your store. Make sure this wall flow, order confirmation, all the other email flows are in the same branding as your store. Very important, so it's recognizable and also feels like a brand again. So don't take the standard Shopify templates and don't customize it. No, customize it to your own branding. Give the customer a brief explanation why the delivery time is longer than 1 to 3 days. And this one is very important. For this one, you can give multiple reasons, but one of the best reasons to give is just like, okay, we have an international warehouse to make sure that we can ship international and we don't need to have a warehouse in every country. This way we can deduct the costs also of offer the products for a better price to our customers, keep fair pricing, blah, blah, blah. Or you can say, for example, you have plenty of reasons for this. Make your own reason, be creative with this. Don't do the same as everyone else. So always do a little twist. Also in this thing, you diversify yourself from the rest, from the competition. My tip is just chat with ChatGPT about what are multiple ways to explain this. Then, proactive updates via Klaviyo. Update the customer every few days. Very important. Not like every day or 2 times a day, because then they get annoyed. But every few days you need to update them so they know what's going on and they don't think they get scammed or wherever. They just know, okay, they're still sending updates, so they are busy with the order, etc. Then number 2, give useful tips about the product. This is very good to do because then you add value to the product. They already see like, oh, this is nice. I don't even have the product yet, but this store is already helping me how I can use this product. For example, if you sell a jacket for women, you can send with AI like multiple photos how to style this jacket and with which clothes to style this jacket. And if you're smart, you take clothes from your own store. So then they see the combination of multiple clothes from your own store. You can easily build this with AI, these photos, and they see already with what other products from your store they can match it. And in that way, you can even upsell them before the product even arrives. So that's a very good way to do this. Also tell them about your store. So a bit of storytelling here, like how did you start the store? What is the history of the web shop or from the brand? Really make sure that you attach them to the brand so they feel that they are known with the brand and familiar with the brand for the next purchase. Also know your estimated shipping time so you won't send them shipping updates when the package is already delivered. That's very important because it's a bit unprofessional to send them emails like, okay, it's almost there when it's already there. They will email the customer service sometimes like, yo, I already have it. Is something going wrong? Extra work for your customer service. You don't want this. So make sure you always take that into account as well. Here an example of one of those flows. Here, order confirmation flow. Then this is like directly after the order for sure. Then you wait 2 days. Then you order something about the order. You wait 3 days about your order again. Wait 2 days again. A personal message from me, for example, storytelling, 5 days, and then that's already arriving. So here in day 12, which is for this store the estimated delivery time, you send the last email. But as you can see, this order, for example, can be useful tips, or this one. So you can also play around with this and be original with this as well. All right, then the track and trace. Very important because in this way your customers can also check themselves where the package is at the moment. So make sure you put a tracking page on your site, especially for dropshipping stores where the trust is a bit lower. For most brands, they don't have it on their site. So then I would say it's not necessary. But if you're a dropshipping store and they are unknown with your store, it's always good to have it. You can remove China, because you can ask your supplier to use last mile tracking where it shows exactly like where the package is and about where country, etc. But you can remove China, so make sure you do that. And if that's not possible, make sure customer receives the last mile tracking after the first tracking number. So then you can also install that. You can discuss this with your supplier. Most suppliers can offer this. Then the support within 4 hours. Very important. This is the customer service part. You need to have a reply within 4 hours. In this way, you avoid chargebacks, cancellations, because people can really mail you. And if they don't get a reply, like for example, the same day or after, not after 5, 6, 7 or 8 hours, they immediately do a chargeback as well, because people nowadays don't have that much patience. So make sure you reply fast. Also make a planning for your customer service team so this is actually doable for them. Make sure you structure this well. Use templates for speed, but personalize every response. So we, for example, have more than 50 templates, and in this way your customer service can act really fast. They don't need to have a new reply for every simple case. So in this way they can reply really quick and do more work in the same hour, but make sure you personalize them. So make sure you put the name of the customer in the beginning of the mail, etc. So they don't have the feeling that you're just talking with a bot or whatever. Also use a tool like Help Scout or Zendesk to track the response time of your customer service. Really important because you really want a fast response time. Also you can see how many tickets they did in, for example, a day or an hour. So you can always track your employees and check if it's not going well or if it's going well. Then the product experience, and this is also one of the parts where it goes wrong with most dropshippers. First of all, the packaging quality. Even if you're dropshipping, you can improve your packaging, because if you have, for example, a general fashion store which is doing really good, of course you want to improve the packaging. You want to put the store logo on it, improve the packaging in certain ways. And the ways you can do this is using the same branding on your packaging as in your website, what is logical. Also, you can put thank you cards also with the same branding, with personalized text and discount code. And with the discount code on a thank you card, you will be amazed how much extra revenue you can get with that. For example, give them 15% discount on the next order with that code. A lot of people will do it actually, and it will always be profitable for you because those thank you cards don't cost anything, maybe a few cents per card. But yeah, if one person orders, you have literally a new order without any ad spend, so that's always good. Also use personalized tags for your products with your logo. So as you can see here, for a fashion brand, you don't have to make the labels in the clothing itself because then you have an MOQ and it's very expensive for you. But use tags, make tags. It's very cheap, and make sure they attach it to the clothes so it feels more branded and they really think that they bought from a brand instead of just a normal fashion dropshipping store with trash products. Also, you can use a smell absorber, and I think most people don't do this, but this is a very good tip in my opinion, because if you use a smell absorber, it keeps the product fresh. A lot of products from China have that factory smell, or for example a glue smell or whatever, and you see this as well in a lot of Trustpilot accounts from dropshippers, that it has like a chemical smell, and you can ask your supplier to put a smell absorber in the packet, and this will decrease the smell a lot. Next to that, make sure you always over deliver. That's very important. Over deliver. So always surprise them with a small extra gift. This can be a small keychain, sticker pack, mini charm, small microfiber cloth if you have like tech or cleaning products, hair tie, bracelet, whatever. You can always think about something. Also, a tip for this is just chat with ChatGPT. I have this in this store. What are possible small gifts I can give to the customers just to over deliver? And you will get so many ideas from this. Improve perceived value if you do this. So people have ordered the product, they wait a bit long time, so they can be a bit like disappointed that the waiting time is longer than they expected in first place. And if you then over deliver with a small gift or whatever, it can make it good, so they are more happy when they finally have it. They will maybe buy again, also in combination with the thank you card, and it makes the unboxing experience better because you just show them like, okay, you really care about them by giving them a small extra gift. Then the retention and loyalty. And the LTV is one of the most important things nowadays because it gets harder and harder to get new clients for a good CPA on Meta, for example, because the competition rises. So what you want to do is you want to build on customer relations. You want to have a higher LTV so you can be more profitable and have a sustainable store or brand. How you can do this is you put a post-purchase email sequence with, for example, an order confirmation, shipping updates, product arrival plus thank you, also same discount code as in the thank you card, the review request, and in these post-purchase email sequence you can also upsell or cross-sell. Also what I just told you about mixing an item they bought with new items from your store with a AI generated picture so they can see how it matches with each other. Next to that, the loyalty program. This can work very good if you have good product quality and you just reward repeat customers. So for example, the second order 10% off, third order mystery box, etc. So when you have customers that are happy with the initial order, which is of course the target and the goal you have with your store, then you can reward them when they come back. It's easy as that. You can even put a whole loyalty system with certain apps, but I will dive deeper into that with another video. Here you have also birthday rewards. Of course, here you need to know their birthday, so you need to put it in the checkout, or you have to email them with a flow after buying where they can fill in their birthday, and where you collect all the birthdays from your customers for the ones that fill it in. I would recommend that one, to be honest, because if you put it in the checkout, it can also drop off. It can also cause more people to drop off before buying, so do it afterwards. Also, you can have referral rewards. For example, you can refer a friend and both get 10% off. So when you send someone else, that person get 10% off. And when you buy yourself then as well, you get also 10% off. So this can work really well as well. Okay, then the request feedback. And this is one of the most effective hacks I know in Ecom. Maybe you know it already. If you don't know this or have this, implement it directly. What you can do with this is you set up an email flow where you request feedback. You have like 5 stars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And with star 1, 2, 3. If they click on that, you send them to a Google form. And here you have certain questions which they can answer about the product quality, about the shipping, etc., etc. If they click on star 4 and 5, you send them to Trustpilot. And in the same email, you put that if they leave feedback, they have the possibility to win their order amount back. Once a month, you choose 1 or maybe 5 or whatever customers who you refund the full order amount. And you put this into that mail. So then you will receive a lot of feedback from your customers. You will have a more positive Trustpilot score. The customer feels valued because they really feel that you care about them, because you ask them about their opinion. It also turns frustration into communication because maybe if something happened with the order to a customer, the customer is unhappy, and in this way the customer feel hurt. So yeah, it really feels that you care about them. Again, it helps you fix problems fast. So when you see, for example, in the Google form that there are a lot of problems with the delivery time, then you can contact your supplier like, okay, what's happening, because I have a lot of negative feedback about the delivery time. Okay, so in this way you can also check and monitor where there are problems in your business. And yeah, you ask feedback before asking for review. So first they need to click on one of them, and then finally they can put a review. And if you ask directly for a review, yeah, the chances are way lower that they will fill in a review. But here you first ask to click on one of the stars, and then they go to a review page. So it's a bit different, and leads to a higher amount of people who actually does this. That was it for today. Thanks for watching. If you don't follow me on Instagram yet, go follow me, because I drop value in my stories as well. I will answer Q&As in my story, so you can learn from me for free. Next to that, join the WOP, link is in the Discord. You can get literally for less than a bottle of water a day a lot of value from 6 and 7 figure ecom entrepreneurs. Also check my other YouTube channel where I post more lifestyle videos to find out more about me. And next to that, if you don't know yet, we also offer one-on-one coaching. So if you're interested in this, just send me a DM on Instagram. I will reply there, and we will find out if you're qualified for our coaching program. For now, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you found it valuable, and I see you in the next one. Adios.